all of a sudden we can't talk about Neanderthal DNA anymore.
So stupid, so stupid. Thank you, thank you.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Why? You're getting nervous, man.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
Read the polls, Jack. You guys are all the same.
But it's a class action lawsuit against all machines and that they're defective devices, okay? I have lawyers worked on this for 5 months.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the vote.
I eat extra sharp, that's what I eat.
I just realized I forgot to remove the ending from the start, so apologies for anybody that thought that, the show was ending at 10. That was not intentional. And so as a result, I am going to restart the intro. And so I'll see you in another 7 minutes. Psych! All right, so we got a show today. Today is show day. It's for the show. I do show day on the show, and so there's a show, and it's on today, and so and it's here, and as you can see, next to my head is Mega Man 8. I don't know if you can see that. We're the Mega Man 8 fans in the chat. Anybody fans of Mega Man 8? It's this way. It's right here. It's right next to me. Look at that. Look at this Mega Man 8 in the background. Anybody into Mega Man 8? Anybody? It's the best Mega Man of the classic series, Mega Man 8. No? So we have a show. This is the Above It All show. Today is I don't know what day it is, to be honest. It could be Monday, it could be Tuesday. As a result, I'm doing a show, I guess. Once again, I'm not going to be playing or doing a show on a Friday, so I'm taking that day off. But I got some news. This is a news program. It's a news program, really, is what it is. I mean, when you really stop and think about it, Max the dog is here. I don't know if you can hear him, but he is woofing around. So we got a show. So I hope you enjoy watching the show, and so I hope it's a good show. Maybe Donald James X is here, so now gonna do a really shitty one. And so yeah. Andrea's going Black Friday shopping. I am going Black Friday shopping, but not for anything that stores have to offer me. Anyway, let's jump in. So, the CDC, what does the CDC mean? What is that? CDC, you hear that? What is that? Some controlling centers? I don't know. CDC. Stands for Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. That's what it stands for. They added, it's not CDCP, right? So the P is like an extra. It's like a bonus, They taped it on there with Scotch tape. So anyway, the CDC, it's a good organization. I love the CDC. Exhibit B of the CDC being a great organization. But also the onus for this is not just on the CDC, of course. It's on the Biden administration. Joe Biden decided the pandemic was over one day. He didn't tell anybody. He didn't tell anyone at the CDC. He didn't tell his health secretary. He just decided, pandemic's over. No more COVID funding. Fuck it. Now Republicans have the House. No COVID funding. It's over. It's gone. Bye. Bye-bye. So anyway, this headline buries the lead a little bit here. Approximately 80% of the COVID hires for, healthcare professionals, epidemiologists, all that, people that track the disease, about 80% of them have been fired or laid off, I guess is the term. As COVID-19 raged, now again, CNN, a far right-wing news outlet. Let's be honest. Let's call it what it is. A far right-wing news outlet owned and operated by a Trumper, right? Half the people that work there are Republicans. Half of them are Democrats. Both parties agree the pandemic's over. Climate change? Nah. Doesn't exist. Cancer? What's cancer? Cancer's over. We cured it. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Biden claimed to have the cure for cancer. I wouldn't be surprised if that was something he could. The pandemic's over. Cancer's over. Heart disease? Never going to happen again. Because CNN is on the case. So anyway, my point here is that CNN is a far right-wing organization. Raged in the past tense. COVID worse now than it ever has been, but it raged. It raged. I also love the word raged. Oh, it raged. Really? It raged? I know, I focused too much on the language. I knocked my microphone over. It raged. Okay, so as COVID-19 raged, past tense, roughly 4,000 highly skilled epidemiologists, communications specialists, and public health nurses were hired by a nonprofit tied to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to plug the holes at battered public health departments on the front lines. But over the past few months, the majority of the CDC Foundation's contracts for those public health workers at local and state departments have ended, as the group has spent nearly all of its almost $289 million in COVID relief funding. Now again, Joe Biden went against the Democratic Party in the House and the Senate, and on his own. Now again, it's possible they made a deal in the back room, and Joe Biden was going to do this one, and the others are going to back off so that they don't get the flack. It's possible, right? But Joe Biden announced, I want to say it was like September, maybe it was August, that no more COVID funding. He stripped it from whatever bills that were being passed at the time. He stripped it all. That's what he did. He said, all right, everybody, I have decreed COVID's over. And then again, on his 60 Minutes show, when was that? October? I don't keep track of time anymore. Maybe that was late September. He said the pandemic's over. So step one, right? This is before the election. Step one, say Donald Trump should never be president because X amount of Americans died. Step two, kill X, times 5 amount of Americans that you tweeted about earlier. Step 3, declare the pandemic over. Step 4, declare the pandemic over. Step 5, declare it over. Step 6, declare the pandemic over. Step 7, strip all COVID funding away. Step 8, declare the pandemic over one more time. That's the Joe Biden COVID policy. I know, the liberals get pissed the fuck off when you talk about it. The Democrats, they get mad. How dare you suggest that we are as bad as Republicans? On the issue of COVID, now again, not every issue Democrats are as bad as Republicans, but on the issue of COVID, on the issue of eugenics, Democrats, honestly, I'm willing to say, might be worse than Republicans, given the entire carte blanche that they get from the media. So, I don't know. Like, when Donald Trump was president, a lot of people in the media were talking about how he mishandled COVID. Everyone. Oh, Trump is letting the pandemic kill people. Trump is... And then Biden takes office, does, and again, worse. He does worse on the pandemic. Worse. And everyone is silent. Nobody. I don't know what to say. So anyway, let's keep going. Over the past few months, the majority of the CDC Foundation's contracts for those public health workers at local and state departments have ended, as the group has spent nearly all of its $289 million in COVID relief funding. The CDC Foundation, an independent nonprofit that supports the CDC's work, anticipates that no more than about 800 of its 4,000 hires will ultimately staff those jurisdictions, spokesperson Pierce Nielsen said. That has left many local and state health departments facing staffing shortages as the nation eyes a possible winter uptick in COVID cases and grapples with the ongoing threat of monkeypox, exploding caseloads of sexually transmitted infections, and other public health issues. Notably missing from this, by the way, is RSV. Are they even talking about the flu? No. It's just monkeypox. Let's keep talking about the monkeypox. And only the gays get monkeypox, right, CNN? CNN has published multiple disinformation, fake news articles about how monkeypox is, a gay disease or exclusive to gay communities. So I'm just throwing that out there. It's interesting that they choose to talk about monkeypox and sexually transmitted infections, but nothing else. Right? Isn't that weird? Not the flu, RSV, anything else going on? Nah, monkeypox and STDs. They want that association in your brain. That's right. The monkeypox is an STD. It's not an STD, right? I mean, you can transmit it sexually, but you can transmit a lot of things sexually as well as with coughing. So, but again, they want that association. They want you to think monkeypox is an STD that only gay people get. That's what they want. Why? Why would CNN want this? Because it's a far right-wing organization. The public health workforce in the U.S. has been underfunded for decades. Just before the start of the pandemic, only 28% of local health departments had an epidemiologist or a statistician. A 2020 Associated Press KHN investigation found. Then, after the pandemic began, public health officials left in droves as they were lambasted for instituting COVID rules, blamed for economic downturn, and grappled with burnout. And if funding were available to retain all 4,000 foundation employees, that would not have met public health staffing needs. According to new research, the Journal of Public Health Management and Practice, the research says at least 80,000 new employees are required for state and local public health departments to implement the minimum package of public health services. Okay, so you need 80,000. You got 800. What's required? 80,000. What the government will give you? 800. Who's in charge? Joe Biden. Can someone help me out with math here? Like, what is the percentage? 800, 80,000. For those of you that don't know anything about math, it's 1%. Joe Biden said, we'll do 1% of what's required when it comes to researching how we can stop this pandemic. Do 1%. 1%. Think about it. Think about other examples of where 1% would be brought up, right? Like, oh yeah, imagine this, right? I'm in school and I'm filling out my homework, and there's however many questions. I bust out the calculator. I decide I'm gonna do 1% of my homework. Maybe it's like an open-ended question. And it's like, they want X amount of words, and I do 1% of the words required. I would fail. I did only 1% of my work. You're Joe Biden? Because this is the thing. The right wing loves genocide. They love eugenics. They love neo-Nazism. It's true. That's factual. The Republicans are pretty much a lightning rod for the right wing. Republicans, right wing, synonymous in this country. The problem is there is no left wing equivalent. The Democratic Party, which, again, ostensibly, theoretically would represent a left wing, is also a far right wing organization. It's just how it is. It's just, look at Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. They're right-wingers. It's just, there's like maybe 10 people in the House that you can even call left-wingers. Like, the rest are like neoliberal pseudo-progressives at best. Right? So again, now the right wing loves to attack the Democratic Party, right? Because they're the opposition party to them. But the right wing and the Democratic Party agree. Neo-Nazism is based. Eugenics is based. I'm Joe Biden. I love eugenics. Now, again, we're at this point where recently white people have become the most likely death. If you're going to do this by skin color, racial demographics, white people are the highest racial group at risk of dying of COVID now. So the eugenics plan, try to kill all the black people, all the immigrants. It worked for the first 2 years, but now it appears that the white people are in the crosshairs. So I don't know. We'll see. Will they save face? Now that they know that the white people are in the crosshairs, are they going to save face? Probably not. But again, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party agree when it comes to eugenics. That is their shared policy goal, eugenics. So you can read the rest of this if you'd like, but it just goes into more details about what's needed, how it's not happening, and just other vague nonsense. The CDC is a failure. I tweeted this out earlier, and it was a profound statement, so I'm going to say it again. Imagine this. What is the CDC? What is it? Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, right? That's what it's called. Centers, there's multiple, more than one center, and their goal is to control and prevent disease. That's their goal. Now imagine this. I go down to the Bojangles down the street, and I get a job as a fry cook. 3 days later, the manager comes in, and I'm sitting there. I'm sitting in a wooden chair. I'm not frying. I'm not cooking at all. I'm doing neither of those things. I'm like jerking off or fucking, I don't know, I'm eating a hamburger. I'm doing something. I'm a vegetarian, so I'm not going to do that. But anyway. Then the manager is like, yo, what the fuck? And then instead of firing me, they fire everyone else. That's what just happened at the CDC. That's like, again, think about this. The people that were hired specifically to combat disinformation and to increase public access to healthcare during a pandemic and information, they got fired. The people that do nothing, they keep their jobs. Rovenski, she keeps her job. Everyone else at the CDC, they're golden. Think about this. Now again, I get hired as a fry cook. I don't fry. I don't cook. Everyone else gets fired. That is the CDC director's job. That's her story. So, again, and who stripped COVID funding out of bills? Democrats. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer had to sign off on it, obviously, right? But Joe Biden announced COVID funding gone. He made a big deal about it because it was like, there was like a bill for COVID funding and Ukraine funding, and he made a big deal about, oh yeah, we support Ukraine? Good. But do you support Americans? So again, these people are monsters. I don't know what to tell you, man. They're monsters. They're evil. It's evil. But guess what? Evil doesn't exist. There is no evil. There is no good. There's certainly no good. I'll tell you this much. Evil, debatable. There might be evil. Good. Where's that Family Feud Red X? Put that fucking shit on the screen. There is no good. Good is make-believe. Evil, debatable. But, I don't know, man. What do you do? What do we do in this instance? What do you do? Go to work? Get a disease that destroys your fucking immune system? Similar to AIDS. And then get it again, and die. That's what we do. No one cares. Nobody cares. I need you to understand this. And, I don't know what y'all's life situations are like. I don't know if you visit your family. I don't know if you go outside or work outside of home. But if you do, if you are someone that has gotten COVID multiple times, right? There have been studies that have come out that said getting COVID once could theoretically reduce your lifespan by 10 years. I probably covered that on the show. I read a lot of COVID stuff, and I try to cover most of it on the show. But what do you do? Well, fuck it. Fuck it. Let's go out there and get sick 3 times, 5 times a year with a deadly disease. Fuck it. And that's the thing. We just have to live with this. I mean, again, look at the flu. I talked about this yesterday, but look at the flu. The flu. Think about it. We know every single year, 40,000 people will die of the flu. We know that. And what do we do to prevent it? You guessed it. Nothing. We do nothing. There is no prevention. 40,000 people die every year from the flu. We know it's going to happen. And we do nothing. We do nothing. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. That is crazy. Again, it's the American psychopathy. They don't care. They don't care about disabled people. Oh, you're disabled? Pfft, just go die off. That's what the average American thinks. They don't care about disabled people. They don't care about old people. Fuck you, Grandma. Remember when COVID started and Republicans were going on Fox News saying Grandma needs to sacrifice herself for capitalism? Literally. They said that. They said that. Republican politicians. The lieutenant governor of Texas literally said Grandma might have to sacrifice herself for money, for capitalism. No one cares. I mean, again, there's mass shootings in this country like once a week, 5 times a week, even in some instances, like over the summer. What do we do about it? You guessed it. You guessed it. You just fucking figured it out. We did nothing. We did nothing. We will do nothing. No one cares. No one cares at all. They don't care. Again, I talk about human sacrifice. Oh, those crazy fucking like indigenous civilizations in Mexico that would sacrifice people at the top of those pyramids. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. How? Oh, they thought that killing someone at the pyramid would bring a rain season. Dumbass motherfuckers. But imagine this. Imagine a dumbass motherfucker who says, yeah, I want to kill 40,000 people a year so that I can get to Wendy's about 5 minutes faster. I'm talking about speed limits. Speed limits. Another example. Every time you increase the speed limits, you know people will die. That's a fact. It's a fact. It's predictable. People have predicted it, and their predictions came true every single time a speed limit has been increased. There's a formula. I think it's like every 5 points the speed limit gets increased. It's about like 5-ish% increased fatality rate. Someone look this up, though. We know that. So imagine this. You tell me, human sacrifice. These people sacrificing a fucking virgin at the top of the pyramid and watching the blood trick down. They thought that they would get some fucking crops. They thought that they were feeding their entire fucking civilization. Modern society. Oh, I want to get to Wendy's 4 minutes faster. So, fuck it. A couple hundred people have to die so I can get to Wendy's in 4 minutes shorter time. Fuck yeah, bitch. Kill them. Kill them all. That's the American psychopathy. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. I know I talked about this at length yesterday. I don't want to talk about it too much today. I'm going to move on in a little bit here, but it's fucking nuts. It's nuts. And some people are proud of it. Some people are proud. They're proud. Like we had this dumb fuck come into the stream. They're proud. Yes, I am a serial killer and I'm fucking proud of it. Yes, I advocate to murder people I disagree with and I love it. Like, think about it. It's crazy. It's crazy shit. It's crazy shit. It's crazy. We got some crazy ass motherfuckers running around the asylum. We got some crazy ass fuck everyone else. Disabled people. Pfft, fuck them. Minorities. Pfft, fuck them. Hey, if someone goes to fight in a war for my country and they come back without an arm, fuck them. That's the average American. So anyway, 80% layoffs at the CDC's COVID response, like, you know, whatever it is. So that's great. Oh, Anyway, let me get rid of the freak. Not to be confused with freak. No, the. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, it's insane, man. 8.5 on interstates, 2.8% on roads. Exactly. Like, we know that. We know it. Oh, you just want to eliminate transport? No. Trains. Planes. Fucking boats. Let's start sailing down the river more often. Cars. It's a failed strategy. The experiment, the results are in. It's a flop. They didn't work. It was a bad plan from the outset, a bad plan from the jump, and it's a bad plan now. Bicycles, for Christ's sake. Jesus. I think pre like 2001 Christopher Hitchens is pretty good, my opinion. While we're covering that, so a lot of people, they whine and they cry. They clutch their pearls like little fucking babies whenever people say what I'm about to say. So I know you might get triggered. It's okay. It happens. I get triggered sometimes. Everyone gets triggered, right? It happens. So just put your seatbelt on, brace for impact, and get ready. The author of the Harry Potter books, J.K. Rowling, is a bigot. She hates Jewish people, and she hates transgender people. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I know, if you get triggered by it, oh, my fifis, how dare you? I love Harry Potter. Oh, my fifis. I know. You got fucking triggered. I get it. I know you love how much Jewish people are thrown under the bus in Harry Potter. I know, that's your favorite part. I get it. Okay. Anyway, this isn't like a grand segment here, but I thought this tweet was funny. And just another example of J.K. Rowling's, people want to say downward spiral, but she wrote Harry Potter with fucking anti-Semitic garbage in it like 20 fucking years ago. So, needless to say, she's had these ideas in her head for a while. So anyway. But either way, I thought this tweet was funny. I wanted to share it. So J.K. Rowling likes a Libs of TikTok post that's like defending Kanye West. Now, again, a lot of people might be saying, oh, but that's a screenshot. I have this open. You can see I'm on J.K. Rowling's page here. So that is, it is a thing. But anyway, Andrew James Carter on Twitter asks, hi, J.K. Rowling, just curious. Did you like this tweet because you support the anti-Semitism or because you support the anti-LGBTQ stochastic terrorist who's promoting the anti-Semitism, or both? And that's the good, I love this tweet. I saw this morning and I was cracking up. I mean, the obvious answer is both. I mean, that's duh. Like, the obvious answer is both, okay? No shit, duh. But, like, J.K. Rowling, literally, I mean, today, if you scroll down her feed, I'm not going to do so, but if you scroll down her feed, she's doing this, like, oh, someone in Iran was murdered for being a woman. So sad. They need to stand up. Right? Meanwhile, again, still knee deep in right-wing violence. Knee deep in fascist propaganda. So anyway, you can read this fucking Libs of TikTok tweet if you want, but it doesn't mean anything. But yeah. J.K. Rowling thinks that Jewish people are garbage, and that transgender people are garbage, and gay and lesbians are also garbage if, and only if, you disagree with her. If you agree with her, you're great. But if you have a slightly different opinion, she'll throw you under the bus just like everyone else. Because that is what billionaires do. They find these pet projects that are never anything, you know, like, she's a billionaire. Think about it. She's a billionaire. Imagine what she could do when it comes to women's liberation in Iran. Imagine what she could do when it comes to legislation in her own country or in countries abroad. Making sure women are protected. But she doesn't. She writes books about how a disabled person was mean to me on Twitter once. Literally, she wrote a book. Her most recent book is about someone who gets yelled at on Twitter for being ableist. And the villain is like just a disabled person who's like, I don't know, man, why are you talking about me like this? That, like, I haven't read it. I'm not going to. I don't care. It's probably garbage. But, like, I mean, again, man, these people are insane. They're insane. They're insane. I need you to understand. 1, no good billionaire. None. 0. Bye-bye. Kanye West, Elon Musk, J.K. Rowling. Bye-bye. Throw them in the bin. Number 2, bigots are garbage. That's it. Full stop. Now, if J.K. Rowling came out here and was like, oh, shit, I was totally wrong, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then she donated, like, 800 million pounds or whatever the fuck to, like, a trans charity, I'm like, all right, I'm in. But short of that, not much going on there. There's just not much going on there. I got the hiccups. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I'm sorry if I triggered anyone. Go get yourself some tissues. I know we're going through a lot right now, so I understand that. It just blows my goddamn mind, and not in the good dick way. Let me tell you. The Wall Street Journal. Has anyone ever heard of this? Has anyone ever heard of this website? It's called WSJ.com. Does anyone raise your hand in the chat if you've heard of the Wall Street Journal? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I have. And I haven't been impressed. And it's going to be staying that way. So the Wall Street Journal put out an opinion piece yesterday. This came into my feed because, of course, people love when I talk about this kind of stuff. The progressive paradox on marijuana. Now, this is by the editorial board. And what this means is the authors are obscured, right? Like, you can look at the board, but if you ask anyone on there, or if you fact check anyone on there, they're going to say, oh, that part wasn't me. That part wasn't me, right? So they're obscuring who authored this. The progressive paradox on marijuana. New York State's Cannabis Control Board voted Monday to approve its first 36 licenses to run marijuana dispensaries. It's another big step toward legal pot sales, though the black market isn't struggling to meet demand, as every nose in Manhattan can attest. Meanwhile, the paradox in progressive attitudes toward marijuana continues to grow like skunk weed. Look, they're using pot! Skunk weed, bro! Look how hip we are! Woo! Surf's up, man! Look at these guys. Look at these motherfuckers. Jesus Christ. A study published last week in the journal Radiology finds that smokers who used marijuana, often in addition to tobacco, instead of tobacco alone, had higher rates of emphysema, airway inflation, and other conditions. Quote, there is a public perception that marijuana is safe and people think it's safer than cigarettes, one radiologist told the journal. This study raises concerns that might not be true. And again, raises concerns that might not be true. Now that is some motherfucking creative ass writing. I guess this is a quote. But still, the study raises concerns that might not be true. Now again, in this article, they kind of did a bad job, right? They really shouldn't have put this in here. Now again, the goal of this article is reefer madness propaganda. I'm 90 years old and I'm freaking out because I caught my 45-year-old son smoking a joint once. Right? That's what they shouldn't have added this part in. They really shouldn't, because it fucks up their whole thing. Nobody. Now I've smoked a lot of weed. I will tell you this. I'll admit it. I did, in fact, inhale. And you know what? I liked it. And I kept doing it. I've inhaled a lot of marijuana smoke. I will say this much. I have never touched a cigarette. Actually, that's not true. One time someone asked me to pass them a cigarette that was on the table near me, and I did hand them the cigarette. So I did touch a cigarette. But I've never smoked a cigarette. But I have smoked marijuana. And I smoked marijuana with a lot of people. You know, it's true. I smoked marijuana with a lot of people, a lot of marijuana activists. Now again, I have never, ever, and again, I love weed. All of my friends, I don't have friends, but if I did have friends, also love weed. Never have I heard anyone ever say smoking marijuana is completely safe. I've never heard it. But again, we don't live in a world where the English language is a consistent tool. Safe. What does safe mean? If we're talking about safety, is soda safe? Talk about the damage to your body. Drinking a big gulp versus smoking a joint? What's safe? Well, we can decide what's safer. In this instance, smoking a joint is safer than drinking a big gulp. But again, there is no such thing as a substance that is, quote, completely safe. It doesn't exist. Right? So when we use the term safe, it doesn't mean anything. But again here, in the quote, there's public perception that marijuana is safe. That's not a thing. That doesn't exist. And people think it's safer than cigarettes. Now again, this is reefer madness. The people that wrote this article, like, got out of a time machine from, like, fucking goddamn, like, who knows when, okay? So, this article suggests, right, this study suggests that, or rather, the article suggests that the study suggests that people who smoke marijuana and cigarettes are worse off than people that smoke just cigarettes. No shit. No shit. You're inhaling more fucking smoke. No fucking shit. But people that smoke weed instead of cigarettes, right? Now again, every study I've ever seen has suggested weed is safer to smoke than cigarettes. Why? Because cigarettes add poison. Now, if you're smoking tobacco out of a pipe, or you roll your own cigarette and it's just tobacco, then that's a different conversation. But this specifically mentions tobacco and cigarettes. It specifically mentions cigarettes. Right? Cigarettes are not in any capacity safer than marijuana. They're not. Anyone who suggests that is lying to you. Like this fucking stupid radiologist, dumbass motherfucker. Shouldn't even have that job. But again, there's a public perception that marijuana is safe. No, there's not. People know marijuana is a substance. It's a drug. Now again, what does safe mean? A lot of the times when someone says, oh, is it safe? They mean, will I die if I take too much? As in, you know, If you're shooting up heroin and you shoot up a little bit too much, your fucking heart's gonna stop. Right? That's what people mean. Like, if you're in a smoke circle and someone's never tried weed before, right, and they're asking, is it safe? That's what they mean. That's what the word safe means in that context. But this so-called radiologist is using the word safe in a different context, using it to mean completely safe with no negative health effects. Right? So again, the word safe means different things when different people are using it, but they're trying to like mesh it. It doesn't. And people think that it's safer than cigarettes. Now again, that is true. That's a fact. Marijuana is safer than cigarettes. Now again, it's debatable. Marijuana versus tobacco. That's debatable. Okay? I'm willing to debate that. I think marijuana is safer than tobacco, but that's debatable. I've seen some studies suggest that, tobacco use without the cigarette component, right? Again, not a cigarette. You're using high quality tobacco isolated with no other chemicals. But again, the problem is that that's really hard to find. You need to spend a lot of money to get tobacco that doesn't have shit all over it. That's just how it is. Right? So again, it is true that marijuana is safer than cigarettes. But again, note here, and I'm not even done this article. There's more. It gets worse. But note that there's a public perception that marijuana is safe, and people think it's safer than cigarettes. This study raises concerns that that might not be true. No, it doesn't. Now again, this radiologist, so-called, is just lying. They're lying. They're probably paid off by somebody, like someone probably gave them like a 50 in their shirt pocket and said, yo, I got a quote on this? That's probably what happened. Okay? Now again, the study that they are referencing doesn't say that. It does not say that marijuana is either completely safe or much more evil than cigarettes. What it says is that people who smoke, when you smoke anything, it damages your lungs. That's what the study says. The study doesn't say weed will kill you, but cigarettes won't. The study doesn't say weed will kill you more than cigarettes. The study says, essentially, smoking is bad for you, dumbass. That's what the study says. But good news. Good news. Everybody, I have good fucking goddamn news. There's other ways to get high other than smoking. It's true. You ever heard of edibles? Brownies? Gummies? Skittles? Those fancy candy packages? If anyone is going to sit here or stand, they could be standing, who knows what they're doing, and tell you that a weed gummy is more dangerous than a cigarette, they are a dumbass. They are a fucking moron. Now again, what is the worst part of the weed gummy? A lot of the times, they got gelatin. Ugh. Corn syrup. Ugh. I don't like those. I like the fucking tablets or the capsules if I'm going to do those, right? Or alcohol extractions. But again, what's worse? If you look at like a gummy bear that has weed in it, what is the least healthy ingredient? Corn syrup, gelatin. And then like imagine like the 15 greater than signs and then the marijuana. Now again, marijuana is a drug. It is a substance. You can do too much of it and you can have a bad time. But you're not going to die. And that when people ask, is this drug safe? What they mean is, am I going to die tonight? Will I die in like 10 minutes from now if I take a puff of this? That's what they mean. They don't mean, oh, will I have a health complication if I keep smoking for 8 more years after this? That's not what they mean. When someone asks if marijuana is safe, that's not what they're asking, okay? They're asking, will I die if I try it every once in a while? And the answer is no. Now again, this is just halfway through this. I know, I'm spending a lot of time on this. I'm having fun. Bear the fuck with me. Okay. Where might people have gotten the idea that marijuana is safe? Now again, the only study presented doesn't have, it's not conclusive at all on marijuana versus cigarettes. But again, it's literally the only conclusion is that smoking is bad for you. That's the conclusion of the study. It has marijuana, cigarettes, whatever. The point of the study, once again, smoking is bad for you. I don't to 98-year-old motherfucking boomer bitches, silent generation, you should stay silent, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. Again, I'm drinking coffee. Is coffee safe? If I drank 5 cups of this, there's a chance I might die. Like, if I drank 5 cups of this in an hour, I could die. It's possible. You ever drink a lot of coffee? And then you go like... You ever do that? So anyway. Where my people have gotten the idea that marijuana is safe. To blame politicians for this would vastly overstate their persuasive powers. This is the creative writing here is the worst part. Like, it's like... This is like that fucking, like, Ben Shapiro tier, like the Elon Musk tier. Oh, I'm so smart. I use this really interesting writing style to promote really stupid conservative ideas. They're trying to be hip. Skunkweed, man. Yeah. Yet it's remarkable how liberal politicians, now note the word liberal here, you can gain a lot of information on who wrote this article on how they use the term liberal. Liberal politicians, Exhibit A, John Hickenlooper. Yeah, when I think of liberals, I think of John Hickenlooper. Now again, this is the accidentally correct position, where I would go as far as to say John Hickenlooper is absolutely a liberal, a neoliberal, a conservative liberal. That's his politics. Right? But again, when conservatives use the word liberal, they mean like far leftist. Okay? That's what they mean by that. Liberal politicians have tried to take a rhetorical puff to fit in with the cultural cool kids. On April 20, which is cannabis culture slang, Twitter was a veritable haze. On April 20, which is cannabis culture slang. What? Hold on. Is this English? Like, someone get back to me on this. Is Andrew Kohler here? I don't think so, but is this English? April 20th is not slang. It's a date on the calendar. Now you could... Cannabis culture holiday, maybe. Right? Cannabis culture day or celebration. But slang? What? April 20 is cannabis culture slang? That's not English. I'm sorry. You get an F from me. So anyway, Hickenlooper says, Happy 420, Colorado. You're my best bud. John Fetterman said, Today is 420, a joyous occasion not only to celebrate weed, but to seriously commit ourselves to full marijuana legalization plus ending racist war on drugs. New York Governor Kathy Hochul said 420 is about creating jobs and opportunity. Now again, I just want to say this. Fetterman, he's in. I'm in on Fetterman, okay? He's allowed. Kathy Hochul, Hickenlooper, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Get the hell out of here. Y'all are a bunch of fucking garbage conservative Democrat fucking goons. Fetterman, he's in. We love Fetterman here on the Above It All show. Right, so he's allowed. He can say 420 as many times as he wants, okay? Kathy Hochul, Hickenlooper, get the hell out of here. Get the fuck out of here. No, that's just cringe, okay? I will say, though, Kathy Hochul did do some good stuff on the marijuana. Some. Emphasis on some. But anyway. So anyway, skip the cringe quote. Can anyone imagine Senator Hickenlooper making a Marlboro pun? Mr. Fetterman calling to celebrate cigarettes? Or Governor Hochul tweeting a PR video about a new tobacco farm? People differ in good faith about taking marijuana out of the shadows, but tobacco and vaping are legal, and politicians manage not to celebrate them. And that's the end of this article. Now, again, this article is short. It doesn't really have a point. The point is to propagandize you. Right? But again, there's nothing in this article. There's no fact. I mean, it's listed in the opinion section, but the point of the article is literally just to confuse the fucking shit out of you. That's it, man. That's the whole point. Now, again, who reads the Wall Street Journal? I don't fucking know. But like, so this isn't like propaganda that's gonna shape a generation. I'm just saying this is some funny ass boomer shit, and I wanted to talk about it. But yeah, I think the idea of celebrating getting someone out of jail because they smoked a fucking joint 35 years ago, I think that's a good thing. If someone was in jail for 35 years for smoking a cigarette and someone got them out of jail, I would celebrate that too. But we don't live in that world. Anyway, once again, there are other ways to consume marijuana other than smoking. I suggest not smoking. You know, once in a while, if you're with your buddies and it's like, you know, a party and you want to like pass a blunt or whatever. I mean, I guess COVID, I probably wouldn't do that again, but still, whatever, you know. But if you're going to do regular marijuana consumption, I highly recommend not smoking. But yeah, anyway. Goddamn boomers. Jesus fucking Christ. And again, the silent generation too. It's in the name. Like, come on now. Like, come on. Jesus. So I got I guess a couple more things I could talk about. We'll see. Of course, Lindsay Robb, you have to, otherwise it doesn't work. I mean, I guess you could boil the alcohol, but that's like, I'm not gonna try to blow up my kitchen to make some goddamn drugs, you know what I mean? Anyway, there's a Max dog here. So that's what I'm dealing with. That's my current fucking situation. Well, if you need any helpful hints, Lindsay, I'll be sure to give you the hints. Reminder that if you want, and by that I mean you are compelled to, and your desires actually mean nothing to me, subscribe to my other YouTube channel. Once I get monetized, unsubscribe. I don't care. But I'm not monetized currently, so subscribe. It's that simple. Make a video on YouTube. I'm not doing that, Donald James. Unless it's nationally and federally legalized, I'm not doing that. But yeah, go do that. I want to say thank you. I'm really bad at this. Yesterday when I did the show, a couple people gave me some contributions on various PayPal, Cash Apps, and all that. I appreciate it. Money helps. I've always had, like, you know, money issues, you know. So, but you know, I'm not in danger of going homeless at this moment. But either way, if you want to give me money, it is an option. Unlike subscribing to my Doom channel, which is not an option. You have to do that. So in fact, I'm going to post the link again. We got Choky in the chat. Holy shit. But anyway, so I'm just throwing that out there. So I appreciate it. It helps. And it makes me feel better about taking a week off. So, you know, but throwing that out there. Thanks. So, while we're talking about marijuana, Oregon Governor Kate Brown pardons 45,000 people with marijuana possession convictions. Oregon Governor Kate Brown announced Monday that she is issuing... Now again, Oregon has decriminalized all drugs and has since the 2020 election. I mean, I guess, there was... You vote on it, and then there's like a couple months where they set it up. But anyway, so she should have done this a long time ago. But hey. Fun P, $9.99. Thank you. She is issuing a pardon for Oregonians who have been convicted of simple marijuana possession. The pardon is for people convicted of possessing 1 ounce or less of marijuana before 2016 when they were 21 or older. Where's that Family Feud X? Where's that Family Feud? I need to get this graphic where I can press a button and then the Family Feud X pops up. Bitch! Bitch alert! Stupid fucking goddamn bitch alert! 1 ounce or less? What do you mean 1 ounce or less? Motherfucker, what if I'm going to a party, there's 8 people there, and I'm in charge of the weed, and I bring 2 ounces? Oh, sorry. Convicted for life. You're a criminal. So again, this fucking stupid. Now again, Oregon right now has decriminalized all drugs. So if you walk around, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if they have like, if you walk around with 2 ounces, if you can still be arrested. I don't know. Someone verify this for me. But like, what the fuck? What is this Democrat politician like always shooting themselves in the fucking foot and then chopping and sawing their own fucking arms off? Like, pardon all of them. Now again, if someone was like a fucking hardcore gangster and they're slinging dope and weed was just one part of it and they were shooting down fucking children or some like Breaking Bad shit, you know what? Maybe that's a different scenario. But like, the idea that I can have 1.1 ounces and I'm still a dirty criminal, but someone with 0.9 ounces of a plant. You ever go to these fucking like white people parties? I'm white, so I, family reunions and shit, where like a motherfucker opens up their trunk and there's like, 18 pack of fucking Coors Light. There's like 3 bottles of tequila. Again, this is like some of the fucking family gatherings I've had, right? You ever in these want to completely fine. It's all good, bro. 2 ounces of weed. Holy shit, you're a criminal for life. Now again, it's good. 47,144 convictions. Good. That's awesome. Have been revoked. That's awesome. That's awesome. But it should be more. It should be more. Everyone. I don't give a shit if you had 30 fucking pounds of weed in your garage. I don't give a fuck. That is fucking bullshit. Now again, I don't know. I know that all drugs have been decriminalized, but I'm not sure if there's like possession limits, because sometimes they have possession limits where, you can only have this amount of this substance. So I don't know what the possession limit on marijuana. The decriminalization law might still have the 1 ounce barrier, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't, because that's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. It's fucking goddamn stupid. It's dumb. These are dumb people. They are dumb motherfuckers. These are stupid motherfuckers. I'm talking about Democrats. Stupid motherfuckers. Like, why? Why do they feel the need to always compromise with thin fucking air? They're looking at a brick wall and going, how about we meet in the middle on this one? Motherfucker, it's a brick wall. There's nobody there. You're talking to yourself. That's schizophrenia, bro. So anyway, no one deserves to be forever saddled with the impacts of a conviction for simple possession of marijuana. Except she didn't pardon it. Like, that's the thing. That's what I hate about fucking Democrats. Right? Is that she's going to get a giant PR boost. And again, is it better than nothing? Abso-fucking-lutely. Should it have been done when drug decriminalization went effect statewide? Yes. Should it be for all simple marijuana possession? Yes. I mean, I guess simple technically means under 1 ounce, but it should be all for all marijuana possession. If I have 1.5 ounce, That's called, I'm going home and I just stocked up for the winter. That's what that's fucking called. There's no reason. There is no fucking reason for Democrats to still be garbage on this issue. And to be honest, again, maybe not garbage. Okay? Maybe, it was just garbage day and you just got the empty can and it's got like some sludge, all over it, but there's no actual garbage left in it. Just the empty can with some sludge. Maybe, right? Because again, 47,000, that's good. 47,000 people's lives are going to be better. But these fucking politicians, man. It's literally right and wrong. Sending someone to jail for having a plant is wrong. It's wrong. Also this. Felons not being able to vote? Wrong. Felons being discriminated against in the job market? Wrong. A lot of people, when they think of the word felon, they're thinking about child rapists, serial killers. They're thinking about, people that like tried to steal some jewels from like a secret fucking diamond. That's what people envision when they think about felons. But most felons are like people that just had some weed on them. That's a felon. You're a felon. You're in the same fucking category as the pedophiles, child rapists. Why? I had a weed in my yard. What are you in for? I raped 17 little boys. What are you in for? I murdered 15 bitches at a party with my gun. What are you in for? I chopped people's faces off. What are you in for? I had a garden in my backyard. Yeah, you're a felon, motherfucker. But anyway, again, we're moving in we're in the right direction. Jesus, what the fuck is this? I'm sorry, my eyes gravitated to this. What is this? What is this that I'm seeing? Is this in the statement? Is this in the statement? Hold on. Or is this like, what is that? What is that? Brown also said Oregonians. Fucking Oregonians. Oh, it's in here. What is that? Latina/O/X. I'm sorry. That one got me. I was not expecting Latina/O/X. I've never seen that. Oh, Christ almighty. Oh, my God. I think this represents this whole statement. This is like, the Latina/O/X perfectly encapsulates why, if you had 1.5 ounces or 1.1 ounces, you're still a felon. But if you had 0.99 ounces, you're good to go. This is that, like, Democrat centrism, can't commit to anything, not even a fucking pair of jeans kind of fucking mindset. Jesus. I'm losing my mind. Anyway. There you go. There's just some more shit. Is it good? Yeah, I guess. I always focus on the bad things because I'm depressed. But is it good? What does good even mean? Oh. The O means Latino. Latina is a feminine term. Latino is a masculine term. So some people come up with the term Latinx. I've heard it pronounced Latinx. I don't know. I think gender neutral language is good. Some people say Latinx is clumsy. But, you know what? I don't care. If someone says Latinx, I think that's fine. I'm a white person. If someone says Latinos, Latinas, it's just a stupid fucking language. I mean, like, English is stupid, too. We have, like, gendered pronouns. It's a stupid fucking language. Spanish, English, they're dumbass languages, let's be honest. Right? So, Latinx, is it clumsy? Yeah. And so is everything else in these stupid fucking languages. That's my opinion. But Latina/O/X, that's a whole different world. That is a different fucking goddamn universe of, like, what are you doing? Because, like, Latinx is supposed to be gender neutral, right? Like, you know, men, women, anyone who is in that kind of, you know, demographic. That's what Latinx is supposed to encapsulate. So it's like, it's just, yeah. Oh, it's just cringe. It's just cringe. Anyway, got one more thing I'm going to talk about. Anyway, let's go in. Fact check. Fact check. So I got a Fox News article here, and as you all know, I love reading Fox News. And Patrick Hauff from Fox News has a fact check for us. So let's check this out. 80-year-old Biden falsely claims Delaware has most chickens in the nation. Now, I want everybody to take a screenshot. Right? Take a screenshot. In fact, I'm going to do it with you. Take a screenshot of this. Put it somewhere. Put it in, like, some folder on your computer somewhere, and set, like, a reminder app for, like, 10 years from now. If you have, like, a reminder app, okay? Right? Anything, like, you know, use the Remind Me, Twitter bot, whatever it is. Take a screenshot of this and somehow make sure you look at this in 10 years. This is history right here, folks. I need you to... Again, I'm going to read this again for everyone out there who needs that. 80-year-old Biden falsely claims Delaware has most chickens in the nation. Delaware has turkeys, and its chicken population is far from number one. Fuck! Oh, God, man. This is not... I can't. People wonder why I'm depressed. Exhibit C. Fuck me. Alright, okay. President Biden made a glaringly false statement as he pardoned 2 turkeys at the White House Monday, incorrectly claiming that his home state of Delaware has the most chickens in the nation. Quote, "We have more chickens than anybody in the nation in Delaware, but we don't have turkeys." Biden, who turned 80 on Sunday, falsely claimed during the annual tradition. Delaware has an extensive list of farms that raise turkeys. Also contradicting the president's claims that the birds are not in the state, which is often referred to as the blue hen state. However, the nation's second smallest state does have a booming poultry industry with a chicken population that outnumbers its residents by 200 to 1. But Delaware's chicken population does not crack the top 10 of states in the nation, according to Statistica. And its poultry industry, which is worth an estimated blah, 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 is not even the top 5 in the U.S. Biden pardoned 2 turkeys from North Carolina Monday, chocolate and chip, which he said is his favorite ice cream flavor. The White House did not immediately respond to a request for comment. But can we talk about this idea of pardoning turkeys? Like, okay, what does it mean to pardon the turkeys? Right? The joke is that all non-humans and a lot of humans are slaves. And they are slaves for life. And their only value is to provide other people with entertainment. And so when you pardon the turkey, it is theoretically supposed to represent you're freeing, this creature from, being murdered and thrown on a dinner table, right? That's what I guess. But like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm a vegetarian, right? So I know I'm going to get triggered by this. But yeah, have you seen a Fox News article that did a fact check on Joe Biden saying the pandemic is over? I'd love to see if they did a fact check on that one. Actually, it appears the pandemic is not over, and it's actually worse than ever before. But anyway, just like, this is one of those like dumb fuck, like quote unquote traditions that like really makes me depressed. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I just have mental health issues. I don't know. I see like this photo, and honestly, it makes me depressed. It really does. Like, Joe Biden is a horrible person who's done horrible fucking things. He's evil. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody. He has facilitated the deaths of hundreds of thousands. And here he is, holding the mic up to a turkey. What the fuck? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? By the way, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, has Joe Biden talked about the mass slaughter of queer people that took place over the weekend? Did he talk about that? I'd love to see that if he did. I haven't looked. I'm sorry. So he might have. It's very possible. But, by the way, if anyone needs a pardon, it's this fucker right here. Yeah, that's right, Max. But how... Now, again, we live in a world where the government actually gives a fuck about people. And I'm like, all right, pardon whatever amount of turkeys you want, bro. It's cool. But, like think about it just, again, purely from this perspective. How much money does it take to fire up Air Force One to go to, like, fucking, like... I guess it's at the White House, actually. But still, I mean, like... The transport, if the turkey is from North Carolina, they had to somehow get the turkey to the White House. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why? I just blows my mind. 80% layoffs for pandemic prevention, but we'll fire up the engines and bring a turkey to the White House from 3 states away? I'm just saying, man, like, fuck me. But anyway, I mean, just everything about this. 80-year-old Biden falsely claims Delaware has most chickens in the nation. That's hilarious. That's fucking funny. That is a funny ass motherfucking headline. That is funny. So, that's the last story for today. Lindsay, that was the first story I talked about. So, go be sure to check the segment when I upload it. Or go rewind when the show's done. But yeah, I talked about COVID again in depth. But yeah, that's the show. That's the show. It's a show. And that's it. It's the show. Max the dog. Here he is once again. But if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to just hurry the fuck up. That's my only... Like, y'all motherfuckers, I say, if anyone has anything to say... And y'all motherfuckers start thinking about it for like 13... No. Don't think about it. Just type some fucking shit. You know? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. You're going to make me sit here and go like... Like, while I'm waiting for your dumb ass to fucking post something. Not even knowing if anyone is going to post anything. So, get your questions. Get your comments. Get your concerns. And get your ore. You know, like minerals. How tall am I? I don't know. Could I do a tincture video for Patreon? I could. Wow, I don't know. I don't know if Patreon has a policy for that either. Will I cook something cool today? Just soup. Doom on Twitch soon? I don't know. I have nothing. I gotta take a shower. Oh, Jesus Christ. Goddamn Donald James X has nothing. What a world. Post it on Discord? I could post it. I could post it on fucking goddamn crypto sites. Censorship resistant, bro. Yeah, I have a way to post that kind of video, but the thing is, do I want to make that video right now? Like, I don't know. Merch? Oh god, I forgot about that whole thing. Do y'all really want this? Maybe I'll do like another survey. I don't know. Like, why? What is that? What do I gain from having merchandise? Like, how is that not going to make me depressed? Oh, look. It's a coffee mug with my face on it. Oh. Just fucking... Can I have, like, a fucking gun with my face on it? I'm sorry. I should say it. Do I like it or dislike it when people email me stories? I honestly haven't checked my fucking email. Real it's a different hive? They're two different things, but yes, I saw that. You desperately need an AIA shirt? You know, I mean, I don't know. I like, you know, I understand it. I get it. It's just, I'm in a position right now where doing anything extra just makes me sad and I don't want to think about it. Like, but you know, I don't know. It's just, I don't... I'll do it at some point. If people really want me to, I will do it. But, like, I don't necessarily... I don't know what it is. I can't define it. I can't figure it out in my brain. There's some form of cognitive dissonance that causes me to struggle with the merchandise thing. So I don't want to be a fucking sellout. I don't want to, like, support, like, a fucking industry that doesn't use, like, union labor. But also, I don't want to support an industry that uses union labor and then no one can buy the merchandise. I don't want to fucking, you know, I don't want to... I don't know. It's a lot of things to factor in. I'd rather just buy a bunch of t-shirts and then just, like, fucking write on them with a magic marker. I don't know, that wouldn't work. And also, I'd still be buying them from, like, Walmart or something. I don't know, man. What's the damn Q&A feature? I don't feel like moving my hands. AOC has, like, a union deal. Yeah, I don't know if I could even get that. Is that an option? Like, do I have to be more popular to get, like, a specific deal? You know, versus just using one of those websites like Redbubble or some shit? You know? It's a complicated subject. And I have not finished thinking about it, so. But anyway, that's pretty much all I got. I've talked to Letterhack about the merchandise stuff pretty extensively, so I think I have all the information I need. It's just, you know, just haven't done it yet. Just haven't done it yet. You know? Hey! All right. I appreciate Milo's enthusiasm. Everyone should listen to Milo right now. I will not be doing phone calls. 1, because I have social anxiety. 2, because I don't want to. 3, Because I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to talk to anybody, let alone a stranger. What am I going to say to a stranger? Hey, you should vote for this guy. I don't even live there. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Yeah, I can't do anything. I'm debilitated. I have a debilitating mental illness. I can't do anything. Anyway, other than end the show, that's the one thing I can do. So, thank you everybody for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, probably. I will be gone on Friday. Feel free to speculate as to why. I will not answer any speculation, but I enjoy the speculation regardless. So, everyone have a good one, and that's all I got for now.
$7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
Pokemon Go. But I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls. No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
Joe Brandon, I agree.